Hi students, welcome to new video. Today we are going to discuss chapter Motion of class 9. So what do you mean by motion? When we are walking or running, what happens? We are changing the position from one place to another place. That means our body is moving. So that movement of the body is called motion. That movement of the body is called motion. So for example, we can see this is a house. This is a stationary object. So this is a house. This is a house. This is the stationary object. This is a house and we are keeping as the stationary object. It is not moving. It is a stationary object. And we are considering a car is moving. A car is moving. At 1 second, this is at 1 second the car is moving, and after 5 seconds when we are observing the car is here. The car is moving and the car is compared with a house. At the first second the car is here at this position, and after 5 seconds we can see the car is at this position. That means the car is changing this position from time to time. So the car is moving and the car is said to be in motion. So when an object is moving, what happens? The object is changing its position with the time. The object is changing its position with the time. So that is known as motion. So whenever an object is moving, it changes position with respect to time. So when we are discussing this chapter, when we are discussing the term motion, we have to discuss the terms distance and displacement. So first we can go to the term distance. So before that we have to see two terms, the scalar quantity and vector quantity. What is a scalar quantity and what is a vector quantity? So first one is scalar quantity. Scalar quantity. So in case of what is a scalar quantity? A scalar quantity means it has only magnitude. It has only magnitude and no direction, and it has no direction. It has only magnitude. For example, a car is moving with a speed of 50 km per hour. A car is moving at a speed of 50 km per hour, and this is the magnitude. Here the direction is not specified here. Only the car is moving at a speed of 50 km per hour and the direction is not specified. So such quantities are known as scalar quantity. Only the magnitude. The magnitude is the 50 and that is a magnitude only here. That type of quantities are known as scalar quantity. Next is vector quantity. So vector quantity means it has both magnitude and direction. It has magnitude and direction. Magnitude and direction. It has magnitude and direction. So here the car is moving with the speed of 50 km per hour in the east direction. In the east direction. So here on the magnitude is specified and also the direction is specified. So this type of quantities are known as vector quantities. The vector quantities, both the magnitude and direction is specified. So next we can go to the term distance. First one is distance. So here we are considering an object is moving. This is O to A. An object is moving from O to A, and this is the 10. So an object is moving from O to A. So we have to find the distance covered by the object. So here the object is moving from O to A. So what is the distance covered by the object? Distance covered by object is O to A. So what's the distance covered by the object? When it is moving from O to A, the distance is equal to, distance covered by the object is equal to 40 km. When it is moving from O to A, the distance covered by the object is 40 km. Next, what happens? Next we have to see the case. The object is moving from O to A and back from A to O. So first is moving from O to A. It has traveled a distance of 40 km and again it has traveled from A to O. then also it has traveled 40 kilometer. So what's the total distance covered by the object? The total distance covered by the object is equal to 40 plus 40. It is equal to 80 kilometer. It is 80 kilometer. That is distance. So the distance means the actual length of the path. This is the path covered by the object. So actual length of the path covered by the object is known as the distance covered by the object. So distance means the length of the path covered, the total path, the path covered by the object is known as the distance of the object. So that is the distance. And the distance, it has only magnitude, but the direction is not specified here. If the direction is specified here, we have to put an arrow mark here. So there is no arrow mark and the direction is not specified in which direction the object is moving. So the distance is a scalar quantity. It has only magnitude and no direction. So this distance is a scalar quantity. The distance is a scalar quantity. Next, we have to see whether distance can be 0. No, we can see the distance cannot be 0 because when the object is moving from O to A, it has traveled 40 kilometer, and again when it is moving from A to O, it has traveled again 40 kilometers. So the total distance we are adding two distances, adding two units. So it cannot be 0. So here, so the distance cannot be 0. This distance cannot be 0. That is a scalar quantity, and what is distance? The actual length of the path covered by the object is known as distance. The distance is a scalar quantity and it cannot be 0. So and again we can see another example. So just 4 kilometer. Suppose this is the object and the object is moving from A to C. So first he has traveled A to B and then B to C. So what's the distance traveled by the object? It has traveled from A to B. So it has traveled 4 kilometer. Then it is traveled from B to C. So it has traveled 3 kilometer. So the total distance traveled by the object is 7 kilometer. It has a total distance traveled by the object. So totally it has traveled 7 kilometer. So the distance traveled by the object is 7 kilometer. Next term we have to see is displacement. So what is displacement? So last we have seen an example. So here A, B, and C. So this is the object, 4 kilometer, 3 kilometer and 5 kilometer. So next we have to see is displacement. Before that we have to see a distance. So we have to see what is the difference between a distance, the distance and displacement. So here the object has to move from A to C. So what happens? The object is moving from, first it is moved from A to B and then B to C. So in that case, what's the distance traveled by the object? The distance is equal to 4 plus 3 is equal to 7 kilometer. The object traveled by the object is 7 kilometer. So next we have to find the difference between distance and displacement. What happens if the object is moving direct from A to C? It has only to travel 5 kilometers. So that is the displacement. So displacement, it is a shortcut. This is the shortest distance. Otherwise, it has to move 4 kilometers and again 3 kilometers. Total, it has to travel 7 kilometers. But displacement means it has to travel at the shortest distance. So the displacement, the shortest distance between the initial and the final position is known as the displacement. So here, what's the displacement? So what is the displacement here? displacement is equal to 5 kilometer. So 5 kilometers, this is a shortcut. This is the shortest path between the initial point. This is the initial point and this is the final point. And this is the shortest distance between the initial and the final point. So the shorter distance between the initial and the final point of the object is known as displacement. Next we have to see another example. So that is O and this is the final position. So we are putting an arrow mark here. So for the displacement, it is a vector quantity. So that's why we are putting an arrow mark here. So that means the object is moving in this direction. That is, the displacement is a vector quantity. On the magnitude and the direction is also specified here. So that is why the displacement is a vector quantity. So next we have to find the displacement. So next we have to see the displacement here. So the object is moving from O to A. So what is the displacement here? So displacement means the shortest distance between the initial and final positions. So the equation to find the displacement is final position minus initial position. So final position minus initial position. So here when it's starting it is 0. When it is the object is starting, this is the point O. And when it is starting, it has traveled 0 kilometers. So at the final initial position, it is 0. So to find the displacement, the equation is final position minus initial position. So what is the final position here? So what is the final position? The object is moving from O to A. So what is the final position? 40. So 40 kilometer minus 0. So the displacement is equal to 40 kilometer. So the displacement here is equal to 40 kilometer. This has displacement when object is moving from O to A. So next we have to see the displacement. Displacement when it is moving from O to A and from and back to A to O. So what is the initial position? Initial position is O. First the initial position is O and the final position is A. And again what happened? It is moving from A to O. So it has traveled from O to O and again it has reached the final the initial position. So in this case the initial and the final positions are the same. So what is the initial position? So displacement is equal to final position minus initial position. Final position minus initial position. So here what's the final position? It is 0 and again it is 0. So the displacement is 0. So whether in this case the object has traveled to a point from O to A and back to the same point. So in that case the displacement is 0. So from this we can find that the displacement can be 0. But what is the distance traveled by the object in this case? It is moving from O to A, it is 40 and again it is traveled from A to O, then 40 plus 40 is 80 kilometer. But what is the displacement here? The displacement means the displacement in this case is 0. That's the difference between the distance travel and the displacement. Distance cannot be 0 and the displacement can be 0. And the distance is a scalar quantity and the displacement is a vector quantity. And next we have to see when object is moving in a circular path. When the object is moving in a circular path. The object is moving in a circular path. So this circle has a radius R. So this circle has a radius R and the object is starting from at point A and again the object is moving in a circular path and the object has reached at the point A. So A is the starting position and the final position. So here the distance travel, we have to find the distance travel by the object and the displacement. So here the object is moving in a circular path and the A is the object is moving starting from the point A and again it has reached at the point A. So in this case the initial position and the final position are the same. So we have to find the distance and the displacement in case of a circular path. So what's the distance traveled by the object? So this is the distance traveled by the object. It's the circumference of the circle. What's the circumference of the circle? It is 2 pi r. 2 pi r. So r is the radius of the circle. So the distance traveled by the object is 2 pi r. So what's the displacement when it is moving from A to A? So displacement means the final position minus the initial position. So both the final position and the initial position are same. So the displacement is equal to 0. So when it is moving in a circular path, the displacement is equal to 0 and the distance traveled by the object is 2 pi r. So we have to see what's the difference between the distance and displacement at a glance. So what is distance? The difference between distance and displacement. So for this distance, it is the actual path covered by the object. It is the actual path covered by the object. And what is displacement? It is the shortest distance between initial and final positions. Shortest distance between the initial and final position is known as the displacement. The second one is, it is a scalar quantity. It is a scalar quantity and this is a vector quantity. And this is a vector quantity. And third one is, the third difference is, it cannot be 0. It cannot be 0. But displacement can be 0. So what is the next fourth difference? If your object is moving in a circular path, if the object is moving in a circular path, the distance traveled by the object is 2 pi r. If the object is moving in a circular path, the distance traveled by the object is 2 pi r. Object is moving in a circular path, the displacement is equal to 0. So these are the difference between the distance and displacement. So thanks for watching this video.